Okay, so I've been fasting for 2 days and I have like kind of a lot of experience with it. So I was like, why don't I film a video today and just talk about my experience and what I do. And also, I'm not going to sit my ass down right now and tell you guys about all the science behind this and all the reasons why you should be doing this, because I feel like it should only come from a professional and not information that jumps from one person to another to another to another. So you guys should watch Zoe. Wait, my dog. You guys should watch Zoe. It's an insane podcast about nutrition where I legit went from only having ultra processed foods and only carbohydrates to me basically erasing it. And when my grandpa first told me about fasting, I legit called him crazy, and I was like, how could anyone give up carbs? And now here I am, basically carbless. And the reason for that is because of education and because of educating myself on nutrition, carbohydrates, the science behind what's going on in my body when I consume it, the effects of it, literally just diving into nutrition. And then once again, that's a question for you, because it did take up a lot of my time. It's a question for you, whether you want to listen to this, but anytime you have free, just pick up a podcast and just learn about it, because I feel like it's so important for longevity, and especially now with all the new brands, with all the new information that you see online, with doing this diet, doing that diet. And you probably have been in those shoes, and I have been on those shoes, where I hear a success story about this person being on a mushroom diet for a week, and I'm like, holy shit, I need to do that mushroom diet for a week. And then it doesn't work for me, because not only is it sustainable, but I know nothing about it, and it has no nutritional value for that. So really educating yourself on something is extremely important. And then once again, it goes into the realm of where over education could be you just procrastinating actually doing it, where it's like, I need to teach myself all this knowledge about nutrition and then I can do it. But there's a basic level, especially when it comes to regarding your health, like to your health, where you should know why you're doing it and the science behind this and what's happening in your body. Okay, so I just rewatched it and I was yapping on for God knows what. So completely got sidetracked for like the next 12 minutes. So I'm just gonna talk about my experience. So I started fasting a year ago, and I did it for the reason of just pure weight loss, until I realized that there was like, when I started fasting, the mental clarity, because I used to have some crazy ass brain fog because of my ultra processed prior diet and my carb diet, and my body was not used to it. It was shocked. It went from eating like 5-6 times a day, consistently putting food in my diet, in my body, to just not. And I think it was shocked, and it was really hard for me. Like, I was watching food videos. Do not watch food videos when you're fasting. That is the devil. That is the enemy. Do not watch food videos when you're fasting. The best tip is to just get yourself as busy as possible. Create a to-do list. That's just what works for me. And kind of just approach the day like it was any other day, and not make anything special of it. Just continue doing what you continue doing, but just have more tasks. And don't watch food videos. But anyway, another thing is that for me, it's not a diet. Like, fasting is not a diet for me. 5 day lose weight as fast as possible, because at the end of the day it is mostly water weight. For me, it's a lifestyle change, and I want to define the two differences, where with a lifestyle change, it's something that you do consistently and something that you implement over time, where it's like in you. A diet is short term, and most of the time it never works with the same things that just keep coming up. So yeah, I went from dieting, yo-yo dieting, crazy, from diet to diet to diet to diet, nothing ever works. Fasting right now is something that I do consistently. Now, the mental clarity that I experienced with this, and also because I did have a lot of brain fog, like I don't know, it's like a feeling where you just don't think clearly, and that's only mental. Like, I can't imagine the physical things that are going on inside of me. But once again, I am going to link down the podcast below. Now, another thing is discipline. I had a thing where I struggled to say no to food when it was in front of me, because of the convenience of it, and because I was like, I want it, might as well just have it. Like, my feelings were literally overriding my behaviors. Like, I was just like, I want it, I'll eat it. Like, why am I being like, I'm like, I deserve it. And the reality is, no, the fuck I didn't. And second of all, what a stupid ass, lame ass excuse. Because I didn't have to put everything in my mouth with if something is in front of me, I don't have to eat it. And fasting taught me to say no to food. Fasting taught me that it's not essential because prior to this, I never questioned this. Like, truly, I never questioned my relationship with food in that way where I didn't have to be stuffing my face the whole day. I never, like, that was the norm for me, and I never questioned it. And I feel like a lot of people don't question it. And thankfully, I broke that when I was young. And I know a lot of people still haven't broken this. And I think with the convenience of food nowadays, with the junk food, with the businesses starting up, where they're telling you it's all low calorie, it's all healthy, and they put a shit ton of sugars in it, and a shit ton of, like, they break down the food, and they digest the food outside the body, where when you actually eat it, a lot of it gets absorbed. Whereas if you eat like a nut, for example, or like a piece of meat, a steak, a lot of the calories don't even get absorbed because your body requires the energy to break it down. Okay, once again, I'm really sidetracking, but if you have any specific questions, do ask me. I'd be really willing to help out. But also, it was a form of discipline for me, where I realized that I don't have to say yes to every single food that's in front of me. That generally changed a lot of it. So discipline, mental clarity, mental like sharpness, the way I thought about things really forced me to also challenge opinions. And the last thing, physical. I lost weight. That's obviously one of the things that would happen. Still, a lot of it is water weight, but I did lose weight. Autophagy, and like, once again, like, I don't really want to get into the science behind this. I really want you guys to educate yourself on this, because I truly think that the level of understanding that you would reach from listening to these podcasts when you have time, or or watching these YouTube videos about the effects, and teaching yourself about nutrition and health is so important. Because now a lot of people, what they tend to do is they tend to voice out their own opinions and follow what someone said because of the benefits that they have. So for me, like, I lost a lot of weight. I feel happier, more clear. Like, yeah, it was hard, but it was worth it. And also, I guess it taught me to chase long-term gratification. And that's just the mental benefits of it. And that's not even talking about physical. So you're like, oh, might as well do that too. Or maybe you're not. I don't know. But the point is that it's important to question opinions and the things that you're seeing online. That's something I never used to do. That's what led me to going to yo-yo dieting and picking up these random ass diets, because I never questioned them. So it's important for you to reach out and find out that information by yourself, because not only does it force you to go out of your way and actually complete something and do a task, which I feel like makes you feel better about yourself, but it gives you the reasonings behind why you're actually doing it. So I'm gonna end it on this note. Now, another thing is muscle maintenance and muscle mass and the importance of it on mobility. I don't know why it just came to my head. I think it was on the topic of health and nutrition. But Jesus Christ, I can go on for this for hours. But I want to end on this note. If you have any specific questions, do drop me a message, and I'd be willing to talk and also share an in-depth, detailed analysis. But yeah, it's just hard, but it's hard for the right reasons, if that makes sense. Like, it's hard. It's like a good hard. It's like a good suffering. It's like it makes you feel better at the end, and like it changes your perspective on a lot of things. So that's a good hard, and you should be chasing good hards, in my opinion.